Have you or a loved one been personally affected by the changes of the COVID-19 pandemic? Throughout the past year, the transition to working and learning from home has been that of a tough one, and it has presented us with one thing to live with, and that thing is isolation. Not only has this transition affected us mentally, but has also affected the way we learn and perceive things, also affecting the way we interact with each other. But most importantly, the way we socialize. But with the efforts of COVID vaccinations and also booster shots, we are on the verge of getting back to normalcy. But that doesn't mean that the transition back to normalcy will be that of a smooth one for some. But it would be that of a challenge. So as of now, there's no time to waste. It's time to get back out there. It's time to talk to people. It's time to get back to work. It's time to learn in person again and to get back with your colleagues and coworkers. It's time to get out of those Zoom calls. It's time to unmute yourself. And there's no need to worry. Introducing Zoom Out. Now, some questions may arise from some of you, and that question is, well, what is Zoom Out? Brought to you by the folks from Claritin D comes Zoom Out, the brand new medical breakthrough that helps out with social anxiety, introvert behaviors, and headaches caused by the COVID-19 pandemic and its lockdowns. With this 3-month treatment, feel at ease when you attend class again in person and also attend work with your colleagues at the office or however it may be. Zoom Out is here to help you. And don't believe me? Ask these testimonials and hear their stories.
When it originally happened to going online, it was hard at first to stay motivated to do all my work because now I was at home and I had access to like my phone, my computer, the TV, anything I wanted to. So it was hard at first. So I saw my grades go down just a little bit, so that motivated me again to bring them back up. So yeah.
Ooh, it was a tough transition, primarily because on Zoom, it was more asynchronous, so I could plan out my days according to fit with, my work and life balance. But the problem is that in class, I have to allot certain time for commuting, for getting to class, and then remembering to interact. We kind of got spoiled with Zoom. We could just throw up a really nice picture and, type in the chat our responses, and I could be making food or, kind of multitasking. But now it's just like complete focus, which I guess is good for the learning process, but I felt that at the time I was in control of my learning a little bit more.
All right, because it's a production class and it's hands-on, it was a difficult transition to go online. I had to reconfigure the classes so they would get some production elements out of it. There was no getting of equipment, so if they didn't have it at home, we had to makeshift video equipment, which we did use phones, and most everybody had phones and iPhones. This isn't product placement, but the iPhones, and they did well shooting that way. So I was able somewhat to convert projects to shooting with iPhones and still do the production process of pre-production, production, post, and had them edit. So it was a tough transition.
Communication and deadlines. Some professors use Canvas to a T, and it's very easy to follow. Some professors didn't, and there was definitely some disconnect with what needed to be done and when, and that could be stressful at times. I see that transition into class is still a real existing thing, but the good thing is in class you can ask and confirm dates and deadlines a little bit easier.
It was harder to understand some of the assignments because I feel like I didn't get the in-person questions that I want to ask my professor. So it was a lot of emailing back and forth. So that was the only hard part about it. Especially with some my production classes or film classes, I wanted to work in person so I could learn how to use certain tools and equipment. So I didn't get to do that. It was all through videos.
downside because you're at home and my kids were ordering a lot, so a lot more deliveries and a lot more dog barking. So that was one of the main downfalls of being at home, period. Second downfall, everybody's at home, okay? I'm a communal person, but I was used to having the house sometimes alone. Another downside is my husband's a loud talker. I'm a constant talker, but he's a loud talker and he's a teacher also, so I tried to put him in, I have a small house, but I tried to shove him in the room farthest away from all of us. I thought coming back on campus would be normal and still not normal. Really weird with the masks, but you don't know who's who. They've got the mask, and then if they come with beanies, I'm like, I don't know who you could be my kid, and I don't know who you are. So that hurts a bit.
Being back in person, it's a little weird now because now I'm used to being at home. I have to like socialize again, which is alright, but it's a little weird because now everyone has a mask, so I can't like see their faces. Yeah, I miss my bed and doing Zoom classes while in bed, still in my pajamas. So it's been a little difficult. Yeah, that's what I'm going through right now.
Being back in class is overwhelming. It's just too much stimulation. Before I could control it, and now there's no control because you're around all these people and you are required to participate actively. So it's can be very stressful and overwhelming at times.
Yeah, now with Zoom out, I feel more like I have a lot more energy. I'm talking more in my classes, answering more questions, and I've been talking to everybody that I can. I'm getting a lot of work done, more than I did at home, even though I did miss it at first, but now with Zoom out, it's like, I feel like a whole new person now.
Thanks to Zoom out, I've been able to participate in classes and regain a social life. It's really exciting to want to engage with people in class and then even after class. Sometimes I hold up the cafeteria line because I'm running my mouth so much. But I appreciate this product because it's completely changed my outlook on life and my productivity.
Zoom out is the #1 medication for students of all ages and workers coming back to the physical world, and also approved by medical professionals and psychologists. Please consult a doctor or medical professional before taking Zoom out.